Morning, everyone. Are we all good? It is Friday, the 12th. Hang on, my phone's decided to lock itself. Is it working? Am I on? I am on. My phone decided to lock itself. Not that affects Facebook or YouTube. It does affect TikTok. Anyway, good morning, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. How the devil are we on? Yeah, Friday, the 12th. A week today is Mad Friday. Week today, I'm finishing work for Christmas. The countdown is on. I've got a very busy day today, which is sorting out check-ins and finalising the challenge. If all challenge check-ins come in, of course, I'm not sure they will actually. It might be tomorrow morning, but anyway, we'll get them sorted at some point, either today or tomorrow. But yeah, I've already got a very busy day. My WhatsApp's like that. But yes. It is what it is. It's all good. That's what we're here for now. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to work hard and get you guys sorted and keep you guys reined in. And it is the last official check-in for around half of my clients of 2025. I'm still going to encourage them to send over a pre-Christmas weight, which might be next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It doesn't matter when. Just to keep them accountable a bit longer up until Christmas. And that is literally, it's not a check-in. There'll be no feedback or anything like that from me. It's just a bit of data to go on your progress sheet. Anyway, I'll put that in. Anyone that's checked in today, I will put in sort of like the final steps of the year. And then I'll also put an official check-in date back in the new year, and that's kind of group one kind of done. Well, I say group one, group one. I suppose the other ones, you group two for the challenge, but group one for the first one's finishing, and then the other half of my clients will be checking in next week when it's my final check-in, and then that is definitely me done and dusted. I say done and dusted. I'm going to do some. I say this. I probably will end up doing some little bits on the Monday, Tuesday, nothing major, but yeah, pretty much. That'll be me. Right, let's do the top 5 on TikTok this morning. See who's in. Lou's in at number 1, Callum's in at number 2, Kirsty's in at number 3, Michelle is in at number 4, and Sheila is in at number 5. Good morning, guys. Thank you very much for jumping straight to the live. Coming and saying hello. Tina, good morning. Lee's in morning. Kirsty, hey, Mel. Dante's in. Good morning, mate. Hope you're good. Faye, good morning. Mama Bear, good morning. Callum, I'm good. Ready for next Friday. Yeah, Callum's signing off next Friday. Good man. Jackie's in. Morning, £0.5 on. I'll take that. Yeah, absolutely. This time of year, look, I'm expecting a few maintains, a few little bumps on the scale today. It is what it is. It is a tougher time of year. It is a bit more navigating. But what we need to do is we need to look back and think, previous Decembers, Neil, before I maybe worked with you or was listening to you or watching you, I'd have just given up in November, and I'll start again in January. And, you may maintain through December, whereas previous years you've gained quite a bit. You may gain a couple of pounds in December up till Christmas, whereas in previous Decembers you gain £5 or £6 before you get anywhere near Christmas, I did it. I hit the 11s this morning. Michelle, absolutely fantastic. What a good target to get to. And what a great way to I'm going to say semi-sign off the year. I genuinely, anyone that's checking in today, although it is your last official check-in where you'll actually get feedback from me, I generally want people to hold on for at least another week if possible. Ideally a week on Sunday, ideally for the majority of people. Again, if you've decided, Mad Friday, that's it, it's fine. It's all good. And to be honest with you, a week today is going to be my last calorie deficit day. It genuinely will, because although I'm going to try and track the best of my abilities Saturday, Sunday, and I'm going to track Monday, Tuesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to track to the best of my abilities. Will I be sticking to calorie deficits over those 4 days? Probably not, So, weekday is my last calorie deficit day of 2025. Right, let's get up. Jane, good morning. Anyone else in? I'm buzzing. I reached my first mini goal I set myself when I started. Brilliant, Kirsty. Always good to hear. Can I start fresh progress sheet in the new year? James, yeah, absolutely you can, mate. Quite a few people did that this year, actually, and it really, really helped them because so my clients do a progress sheet and I just keep it going. And what I've started doing now is so whenever we get to 25 check-ins, I normally move people onto like a new progress sheet, and I call it progress sheet 2, and I log 25 and then we go 26, 27. I'm not actually doing that anymore. I'm actually creating one check-in sheet, right? And what you'll end up with, anyone that goes past 25 check-ins, you will get what I'm going to log what's called a full progress sheet, and it could end up like this, where it's checking 1 to checking. I've got some clients on checking 90, right, that have worked with me from the very beginning, right, and then and that's going to be called full progress sheet, and then you're going to get another one that's called progress sheet. And what I'm actually going to do is on that one, you will see your last 10 check-ins, but then previous to that, you'll only see check-in 5, 10, 50. So you'll see check-in, for example, check-in your start weight, check-in 5, check-in 10, check-in 15, check-in 20, check-in 25, say, right? And then you'll see 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, blah, blah. When you get up to 35, I'll take out the other 5s. I'll still have all that data saved because that'll be a full check, which you won't see. I'll just send you the normal one. Does that kind of make sense? But I fully get that some people, if they've had a topsy-turvy year, we do have topsy-turvy years for whatever reason. We just need to look back and work out why that happened. Why did we have peaks? So many, like, we'll always have peaks and troughs with weight loss, but they shouldn't be like mountains and massive valleys, right? And that's where people go wrong with weight loss. You know, we go through periods where we lose loads of weight, everything's flying, and then we go through periods where we just gain it all back. And that's what we've got to nip in the bud. If weight loss stops being a priority, the opposite shouldn't be weight gain. If weight loss stops being a priority, the opposite should be weight maintenance, right? So you protect the losses. Now, if people haven't had a great year, and whenever they get a new progress sheet, I was here, we keep reflecting back and go, I was here, I've ruined it. I get that, right? So yes, anyone that's coming on in January, and you know, irrelevant of where you are now, if you're like, I'm going to weigh in on this 1st of Jan, 2nd of Jan, whatever, I'm going to send that over. I'm going to have that as my start weight for 2026, like a brand new, fresh progress sheet. Not a problem at all. And what I'll do is I'll call it progress sheet 0126. That's your start date, January 26. And we'll start fresh, right? I'll still keep your old data because I always like looking back at data of people's progress and seeing where they are, so I can compare July 24 to July 25 to July 26. And I say, look, every July you go missing in action on your weight loss journey. And July, August, September is big 3 weight gain months. So we need to nip that in the bud. We need to stop that trend. Right? I understand summer is a busier time of year. There's more temptation, beer gardens, more events on holidays, things like that. Totally get that. But again, we need to stop this, lose loads, and then gain it all back over these 3 months. Let's lose. And if July, August, September is a really busy period, let's work on weight maintenance. And then when things quieten down, October, November for the run into Christmas, we'll kick the journey back in. Yeah. That's kind of been one of my big success stories on my journey is the fact that I've never, from when I ended my first weight loss phase, right? In my first weight loss phase, so I went from like nearly 40 stone to 20 stone, so I lost half my body weight. I never regressed massively backwards over that 3 years, 9 months, right? And, you know, did I have periods where weight loss took the back burner? Yeah. I lost 10 stone in my first 12 months of my weight loss journey. The next 12 months, I lost about 1 stone. And the reason for that is, I class it as a maintenance. My progress massively slowed down. So year 1, 10 stone lost. Year 2, 1 stone lost. Why did your calorie deficit shrink so much? I met Rachel. right? And I'm not blaming Rachel, but my life massively changed. So year one of my weight loss journey, I was single, my motivation was through the roof, and I over-restricted myself. And then in 2020, 2015, a combination of meeting Rachel, so meeting someone, dating, going out more, being overly restrictive for a year, and my whole life and routine changing stopped me prioritizing weight loss to the extent I was doing. But I didn't swing backwards. I didn't lose 10 stone in the first year and then gain it all back in the second year. I basically lost 10 stone in the first year and virtually maintained in the second year. But that maintenance means I still protected my 10 stone loss. And then in 2016, I kicked in with like another 4 or 5 stone weight loss, something like that. So then my weight loss kicked back in. So then at the end of 2016, I'm like 15 stone lighter, right? And then in 2017, I did go through some peaks and troughs in 2017. Well, actually, in 2017, I lost up until May. I lost another 2 or 3. I was like 18 stone down in May 2017. Then I went on holiday, went absolutely raj, learning curve, gained 2 stone back from a 2-week all-inclusive holiday. I came at 30 pounds heavier from a 2-week all-inclusive holiday. And then from June, July, August into up until November, really, I just worked on losing that 2 stone. And maybe I went so restrictive in Jan, Feb, March, April of 2017 because I lost about 3 stone in like 4 months. Maybe the bounce back of that, again, hitting the brick wall, was why I went so crazy on my all-inclusive holiday. It's about finding balance, you know. That's weight loss phase 1. Weight loss phase 2 started 2018, right, and ended at the end of 2020, I'd say. Lasted for 3 years. And in weight loss phase 2, I didn't try to lose weight. I just lost about 4.5 stone. And you're like, how on earth do you lose 4.5 stone when you're not trying to lose weight? There's only really 2 ways you can do that. Number 1 is illness, which is not the way we want to lose weight. Or number 2 is I just ridiculously increased my movement because I became a personal trainer. I carried on roughly, I ate more, but I couldn't eat enough. I kid you not, I've said this before, I literally could not put enough calories into my system. I was eating 26,000 calories a week, most of it healthy, nutritious foods, and I couldn't physically eat anymore, and I'm burning 30,000 calories a week. So the knock-on effect of that is I just consistently lost weight. That was weight loss phase 2, right? I then had weight gain phase 1. First time I've actually regressed on my journey. And I've never regressed back from weight loss phase 1, but all the weight I lost as a personal trainer, I gained it back. And that's because I took my eye off the prize, I was complacent, and really I didn't want to face up to the fact that I couldn't eat the same amount of calories sitting here doing this as when I was a PT, because I'm still doing 10,000 steps a day. I'm still going to the gym and training. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine. I went from probably eating 27,000 calories a week and burning 30,000 calories a week to then going and burning 23,000 calories a week and still eating 27,000. So over the space of probably a year, 18 months, I gained 4 stone back, right? So that was regret. So I have regressed, right? I've always sort of said I've never regressed from phase 1, right? But since November 2017, I've lost a lot. I gained it back. And now I'm kind of in weight loss phase 3, which actually started beginning of 2024. 2024 didn't quite go to plan, but 2025 has gone to plan, and I'm 3 stone down. My mission now, and you've always got to learn from the past, I'll never claim to be perfect, is never to regress back from where I'm at now. Right? And there's no reason why I should. If I can get to the weight I'm at now doing a sedentary day job, I'm doing a sedentary day job. I'm still moving a fair bit, right? As long as I can keep the movement going. The only way I could regress back now is if my mobility gets to the point where I can't do the movement I do now, and I don't change my calories along with that, then yeah, I could regress backwards. But that's kind of one of the reasons why I put myself now in quite a strict calorie deficit, because I put myself in a calorie deficit of 6,000 calories a week at the moment. If my movement dropped to, I'll always get to the gym, even if I can't walk properly, I'll always get in the gym. And because you can sit down and train, you don't need to be weight bearing to train, right? So as long as I can get in the gym, there's people that train in the gym, there's a lad I chat to a lot. He goes like 3-4 times a week. He's got cerebral palsy. He goes in the gym every day and trains, and he struggles to, he can walk, but he struggles to walk, but he does go on the treadmill a little bit, walks very slowly, right? And he just goes, and all these weights that he does is seated. He very rarely does anything standing up because he hasn't got the balance to, but he still trains, right? So I can still train in the gym, but if my movement dropped from averaging 11,000 steps a day to 6,000, yeah, I've got a buffer. So if I carried on eating what I eat now, and my movement dropped from 11,000 steps a day to 6,000, I'd probably still be in a couple of thousand calorie deficit. It's tiny, but it means I wouldn't regress, which is the most important thing. Anyway, James, yes, we'll start you on a fresh progress sheet. I know I went off on a rant from that one, but that's what these lives are all about. Nelly New on Facebook, good morning. Let me scan up, see if I'm missing anything. No, just missing you, Neil, waffling on like you normally do. What is included in your memberships and for how much? My one-to-one plan. So basically, if you join my one-to-one plan now, right, I will get you started on the 5th of January. All right. So if you want to start straight away after Christmas, come back, get the kids back to school, bang, I want to be on it, you need to sign up now. If you sign up in January, there'll be a week or two wait list to get on board. So with my one-to-one plan, you get a tailored plan to follow. So it's a guide on basically making sure you're doing the movement and the calories that you should be doing, right? There's no exercise included. There's no exercise included. If you're sat there going, I can't go to the gym, you don't need to, right? I work on every day, improving your everyday movement, right? And we give you a calorie allowance. I give you a calorie structure as well. So we structure your calories correctly throughout the day. I guide you on improving your overall diet to help support your weight loss and your health as well. But I also teach you how to enjoy the food you love guilt-free within your diet. So if you still want to have a Chinese with the kids or go out for a meal on a Saturday night, we'll sort all that out. That can be done, not a problem at all. Can you eat Chinese 6 days a week? No, I'm sorry, I'm not a miracle worker. Can we fit 1 or 2 high-calorie meals into your weekly plan? Absolutely can, right? And I'll show you how to do that. So you get a tailored plan, you get an ebook, and you'll get that before Christmas. And then you get to check in with me every couple of weeks. Now, if you need me in between check-ins, you get access to my WhatsApp 24/7 if you're on plan with me. So if you need to message me for whatever reasons, I get clients that message me having a bit of a rant, they've had a bit of a breakdown, they've had a tough calorie day, and they just need a little bit of a pep talk. Yeah, you can message me whenever you want. I get clients that send me a message. I've just been out for tea. This was my tea. They send me a picture. I have no idea how to track it. I'll track it for you. I'll show you how to track it and stuff like that. So you've just got access to me whenever you want to. But every 2 weeks, you will check in with me. You send all your data over. We put that into a progress sheet, and then I'll give you feedback on how well you're doing and guides and stuff like that. Basically, I'm there for your support and accountability on your weight loss journey. It's 15 quid to sign up at the moment. It's half price. It's normally £29.99 sign up, and then it's £29.99 a month for a minimum 3 months. I just ask for 3 months commitment. You're not tied in for anything longer than that. All right. But for me to write your plan up and put the effort in and work with you, I want 3 months from you minimum. So if you sign up now, it'll cost you 15 quid. Right. You'll then pay £29.99 on the 5th of Jan when you start plan, the 5th of February, and the 5th of March. All right. And that's your minimum term completed. If you want to continue working with me after the 5th of March, it's just a rolling contract. So if you don't cancel, you'll still pay £29.99 April, May, June, July, and you can keep checking in with me and working with me for as long as you want to. I've got clients that have worked with me for 4 years now, right? Because they're just continuously working on their journey. So you can work with me from 3 months to as long as you want to. But once you complete 3 months, you might do April, May, and go, right, I'm just going to go it alone now. Fine. Right, there's no commitment. There's no, you can cancel it whenever you want to. So like I say, it's 15 quid to sign up at the moment, and then 29.99 a month. Whatever you pay when you sign up, right, you will never ever pay any more as long as you keep your subscription going. So if you're working with me, it's 29.99 a month to subscribe to the one-to-one plan. And if you're still working with me in 2028, you'll be paying 29.99. I'll never put your prices up. All right. I've got clients that started with me in 2021 and it was £20 a month, and they're still paying 20 quid a month, right? Because they kept the subscription going. Right. I've got clients that started with me. I was 2021, I was 19.99. When I started in 2022, I put the price up to 24.99. When I started in 2023, I put the price up to 29.99. It's never changed. It's been 30 quid through 23, 24, 25, because I fully understand. The one thing I've always wanted to do with my one-to-one coaching is make it affordable to everybody. I've got mates that do what I do, and they're £200 a month, right? And I could charge that. And some people would, a lot of you, I wouldn't pay 200. No, you wouldn't. But some people would, right? But I work with 150 people, whereas my mates work with 15 to 20, right? And does that cause me a lot more work? In a way, yes. But in a way, no. Because at the end of the day, my mates that charge £200, they do too much. They make it more complicated than it needs to be, and they're consistently altering plans. And I'm like, why do you need to alter the plans every month or do this that you really, really don't? Right? What you need to do is you need to just work on getting your clients to be consistent. But they're slightly going, well, if I don't alter things all the time, I can't charge £200 a month. Correct. Right? That is kind of correct. But they haven't got, they don't want to build up a following like I've built up. So it's horses for courses, you know. If we go back to monthly after being on annual, do we still go to our initial monthly price? Yeah, absolutely. So I also do a yearly sign up, right, which is currently $325. I'll put a bit of a deal on for that one. It won't be as good as the Black Friday deal, but I will put a bit of a deal on if you want to. In fact, I'll knock 50 quid off, right? So it's $275. So if you want to sign up for a year, you can sign up for a year. Now, every Black Friday, I do a yearly deal, right? Which is a really good deal. And quite a few clients take me up on that yearly deal. And I offer it every year, basically. And again, whatever you pay for your yearly deal, if you signed up, you'll pay this year, you'll pay next year, you'll pay the year after. I'll never put the price up on what you're currently paying. If you do, let's say you're on my yearly deal, it's a Black Friday deal, yeah, you'll go, if you then decide to revert back to monthly, because you might, I think I just need another 6 months. I don't need to commit to a full year. You'll go back to what? So when you signed up, it was $24.99. We'll put you back to $24.99. If you signed up and it was $19, I'll put you back to $19.99. You know, absolutely. You'll never pay anymore. I'll never put your prices up. All right. Now, will I put prices up? I'm not going to do it again for 2026. But I think from 2027, I probably will have to put another $5 on. So it'll be like $34.99. $34.99 sign up, and then $34.99 a month. Right, let me scan down. Stefan, good morning. Mandy lost £3 this morning, so that's my bloating gone at last. Out tonight, Christmas party. Brilliant, Mandy. I know it's not your check-in till next week, but you know, if you're keeping an eye on your weight in between check-ins, that's fine. I get it. Especially after you check in last week, and enjoy your Christmas party tonight. I've got a 3-month-old, plus it being winter, hard to get steps in. How many steps should I try to get in? Look, at the end of the day, yes, it is winter, but even with, and you've got a 3-month-old, if you've got mobility, then we want to be still trying to get 10,000 steps a day in. Now, yes, it is winter. We live in the UK. It's not, I know the rain's a bit rubbish, but it's not exactly gonna, no one as I know of has melted yet in rain. And we can get wrapped up, and you can get your little one wrapped up, and somebody I go, oh, getting a little one out in the cold, that's not very good. And look, flipping heck, I've got mates that have children, right? That are literally, I'm like, they're going to be dehydrated if you like in the middle, like it's 0 degrees. We're walking around a Christmas market, and I'm like, they're going to be dehydrated by the time you take them out of that many layers, right? They're all right. The babies, yes, and we need to keep them wrapped up, but they'll be sweating under there, trust me. So you can wrap them up. So don't use your kids as an excuse not to do anything, irrelevant of age. Now, Shanna, you've got a 3-month-old, so really postpartum, and I've got pre and postpartum qualifications, by the way, if anyone has had a baby, we don't want to be looking at weight loss until at least 3 months after giving birth. All right, weight loss just isn't a priority. What is a priority is adapting to new routine, trying to get as best the sleep as you can, and especially before we start doing lots of movement, we need the body to heal, because the body massively changes through childbirth. All right, pelvis, your hips, all this, they all go a lot more suppler to allow that little baby to be born. So, and that takes 3 to 6 months before things start getting put back into place properly. So, but steps are all good, because steps are very low impact. They don't put too much strain through the body. So really, I'd be like, if you've got no mobility issues and it's just a time thing, it's 10,000 steps a day. You don't need to do that in one hit. That can be broken up into little pockets. You're also going to be quite busy running around the house because you've got a little one, and you'll be going, washing clothes and washing bibs and washing this and washing that and this, that, and the other. But if anyone can get 3 20-minute walks in a day, you're not going to be exposed to the elements for that long. That's 10,000 steps. 3 20-minute walks a day is going to be 6,000 to 7,000 steps. In fact, I was chatting to a girl the other day. She's literally, her baby is 7 weeks old. I didn't even know she was pregnant. She has a little whippet. She walks around the village, and she actually used to go to, I don't know if she still does go to, she won't do it at the moment, but a partner goes to the gym, and they've kind of recently moved into our 3 years. And I saw her the other day, and I saw her with a pram, and I was like, but then I saw her to talk to, and I was like, is that yours? And she was like, yes, I didn't even know you were pregnant, because I only ever see her to say, I don't really know that well. I just saw her say, she always seems to be walking her dog at the same time I'm walking. But anyway, 7 weeks old. This was like last week. Pram, all bundled up. She's there with Whippet, walking around. So yeah, it's 10,000 steps a day. And like I say, break it up into, if you don't want to have your baby out in the elements for too long a period of time, break it up. 3 20-minute walks will get you 7,000 steps in. Just mooching around the house, right, will probably do the other 3,000 steps. If you really don't want to go outside, invest in a walking pad. Not really my bag 100%, but I can see where they massively help. Especially, I do get clients, and I get this more from like female clients. Darker nights, safety, get it 100%. So a walking pad might be an option. Get as many steps in the. You can't beat fresh air steps. You can't beat fresh air steps for health, for mental health, physical health. You just can't beat it, right? You really, really can't. But I totally understand this time of year. We've literally got from 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning till like till 4 o'clock at night. That's never going to change. That's going to be the same next December and December after. And until we sort of get towards the end of February, really, that's when the days start. You start to notice, don't you? Mid-Feb, end of Feb. Oh, it's still light at 6 o'clock. You start to notice that the days start to eke out a little bit. Yeah. Regan, good morning. It won't let me click on the one-to-one plan on your link tree. Oh, let's test. So I'll show you now. I can't show you on Facebook or YouTube, but I can show you on. Let me log in. Let me make sure. 2 people signed up yesterday, so it does work. But it might have, I'm not saying it's not decided to have a paddy overnight. not letting me log in. So, oh no, here we go. Right. So, TikTok. This is if you want to sign up to my one-to-one plan. This is my link tree. All right. So, the first tab in my link tree is an inquiry form. You can click on that, which will bring that up. And you can then send over an inquiry form, and I can send you all the details directly. So, Sophie, that might be an option if it's not working. Let me have a little look. And then under that is my little shop here. So, Boss Your Weight Loss. It says summer deals on it. I need to change that. Right? It should have the deal in there. I need to change that. There isn't. We're on winter deals now because it's coming to the year. And then click on that. And then you've got my one-to-one monthly plan, my one-to-one yearly plan. There's no discount on that at the moment. If you do want the one-to-one yearly discount, I'll add it today. Just fill out the thingy form, and I'll send you the code to get that. And then click on that, right? And then that'll bring you to my website. You just need to get to my website, which is thereallossboss.net, right? Add it to your cart. View payment options. I don't know what payment options are, right? So you can Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, whatever you want, right? And then that'll bring you in, and then fill in all your details. And then in here, you need to write New Year. Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing one-handed. Please forgive me. New Year, new me. All right. Write that in there. Click apply. There you go. 50% discount, 15 quid. That's all you need to pay for now, right? And then your subscription will start on the 5th of January. So it is working, my link tree. If it works for me, it will work for everybody. Maybe just make sure you click on the right thing. But Sophie, if it generally isn't... Oh, I've just ended my flipping live. What a burp. Just decided to end my TikTok live by accident instead of just shutting it down. Everyone will be like, Neil, what's going on? Right, live's back up and running on TikTok. In case anyone's jumped over. Hi, gang. Really enjoyed the last podcast. Brilliant, Gavin. Yes, I did get a new podcast out. Yeah, sorry, guys. I just decided to end my live by accident after showing you what was going on. I am back. I didn't end the Facebook, YouTube live. It is a continuous thing. But anyway, Sophie, I seen you join back up. Sophie, if you generally can't get my Linktree one-to-one plan to work, what I was going to say, right, let me change that summer deals to New Year deals. Yeah, if you can't get, why ain't an R working in there? Was it too? Oh, it's too long. Boss Your Weight Loss. I'll just have to make it one word, which looks a bit rubbish, but it is what it is because that's all I could do. Right, fill out an inquiry form and ping it over. When will I start, Neil? What start date in January? 5th of Jan. And it's anyone that signed up pre-Christmas, you will start on the 5th of January. Everyone that signed up pre-Christmas, you will get your plan Tuesday, Wednesday next week, probably. That's what all I'm doing really next week is plan writing. I've recorded all my content. I've done a KFC box meal recipe. Don't know whether to put it out Wednesday or whether to save it to the new year. Don't feel many people at the moment are that interested in weight loss recipes, and it is an absolute belter. So I might put it out in the new year. I might actually put it out like New Year's Day because or on the Friday. I know normally don't do recipes on the Friday, but Friday the 2nd, a lot of people, New Year's resolutions, getting the mindset, going shopping. So yes, I will. I'll put that out in the new year. Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, I can't show you my link tree because it's on. I'm doing it through my computer, but if you do want to sign up, again, you can just head. All the details are here. Reallossboss.net. Just head to my website, click on weight loss, click on one-to-one plan. I'll go through my website. Actually, I don't know if I've put. Let me have a quick look. I don't know if I've put the actual deals in. I might have done. Let me have a look. Boss Your Weight Loss. I haven't. Let me just put that quickly. I might. I've written it down somewhere. It might be in. No, I've still got Black Friday. I've definitely. Oh, it must have been in a. It must have been. It must have been on. What is it? On a newsletter. New Year, New Me. Right, I'll put all the but it's New Year, New Me. That's the only code you want. Yeah. Let me copy this at checkout. And let me put it in quickly just in case anyone's having a look. New Year deal. Use code New Year Me, New Year at checkout for 50% off sign up plus complete 6 check-ins and get 1 month of free coaching. So I did this last year. It worked out quite well, really. So you get 6 check-ins over your first 3 months. You complete all 3 on time, you know, your 4th month will be free. Yeah, does that kind of make sense? That's me signing up. Oh, Sophie's in. Brilliant, Sophie. Thank you very much for signing up. Now, anyone that does sign up, guys, you'll get an order email. It's rubbish on your phone. Access it through an iPad or through a computer if you can, right? And in your order email are some downloads, consultation form, links to join all the community. I've not updated it for ages, so just ignore any dates that are in there. Let me see. Sophie's signed up. Sophie, you're in. You're definitely in. You're good. So, Sophie, if you can get your consultation form back to me by Monday, and I'll write your plan up, and you'll have your plan in your email next Wednesday, Thursday. If you don't want to open it, if weight loss isn't a thing, you don't need to, right? This is to start on the 5th. If you want to open it and have a read through it all and have a look, no, not an issue. All good. But I'm not expecting you to start. You'll officially start with me on the 5th of January. All right. So it's there for you, ready to go on the 5th of Jan. And welcome on board. Welcome on board. If anyone wants to join Sophie starting on the 5th of Jan, I've sorted it, opened it in the browser rather than TikTok. All right. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, if anyone wants to join along with Sophie and Anna and Rachel, I think there's 5 or 6. I was going to limit it to 5, but I had 2 people sign up yesterday, so I think there's 7 of you now. So I'm happy to start 10 of you actually on the 5th of Jan, because I know a lot of people don't want to wait. They just want a new year, new me, get at it, let's go. So you want to start on the 5th of Jan. Yeah, come get signed up. The cut-off is going to be Wednesday dinner time. Wednesday dinner time is the cut-off because I'm finishing next Friday and I'm adamant with that. So Wednesday dinner time is the cut-off. That'll give me time to write up any plans. Anyone that signs up after Wednesday dinner time, you will start on the 12th of January. So not too long to wait, but it's just if motivation's always high, beginning of Jan, everyone wants to get right back into it. So come get signed up. So I've got Gary's put, I really enjoyed the latest podcast. Yeah, I've got a brand new podcast out, guys. It's just on YouTube at the moment. I'll get it uploaded to all of the platforms, hopefully today, though it might be Monday. And it's called It's Christmas Time. There's no need to be afraid. All right. Little line from but there is so many people are panicky over Christmas. I get there in the end. I forget. I talk about the 3 golden rules. And these 3 golden rules are great to remember if you've got any period of overindulgence coming up. I know them. I use them all the time. But you know when you read this because you need to know them there and then, my head went blank, so I did have to edit the podcast. I literally had a proper brain fire. Right, let's just stop it now. Let's go back in. I should have written them down. I don't. This is how I do my podcast. I don't really, a lot of the stuff I talk about, unless it needs to be very, very specific, right, sort of data-wise, a lot of the stuff I talk about on my podcast, it just comes from my head. Right, it just comes from my head and my heart, basically, and I don't script them because I just think they're so boring. You can tell scripted podcasts are just, scripted podcasts are just like, yeah, they're just very generic and they start doing. You never know where my podcasts are going. I go off on all sorts of tangents and stuff like that, but. Now I am going to try and record. That's something I am going to try and record a New Year one. Whether it'll go out this side of Christmas or again, whether I put it out in the new year, ready for you to sort of kick back in with a bit of motivation. I was going to put it out next week, But I also feel it could get a little bit lost because you've got to reality check. Are people really looking forward to starting? Been following you for ages. Brilliant, Sophie. Looking forward to getting you going. And you get instant access to the community, Sophie. So when you get the downloads sorted out, there's links in there. You can join the WhatsApp groups. Now, guys, anyone that's in the WhatsApp groups, they're really, really busy, right? Or they can be at times. And they can get a little bit overwhelming because there's a lot of people on plan. Mute them. As soon as you come into the WhatsApp groups, just mute them. You don't need to keep up with stuff on a date. If you want to, that's fine. But it's not like, oh God, I've got to read everything. No, because there's a general chit chat group, which is just a friends group. It's just, hi, how you doing? Yeah, how's your weight loss doing? How's your morning going? Oh, my partner's been a knob. My kids are doing me head in. This, it's just, you can have a bit of a rant and a bit of a vent, and you're just mixing with people, right? You don't want to be in that group. You don't have to be. What I would recommend everyone to be in, if you are on plan with me, is in the WhatsApp announcement section. You can be in that without being in any of the chat groups, because I do broadcast out the majority of messages, but I also post quite a few links in the WhatsApp announcements group as well that I don't broadcast out, and it's just a generic, so I'll put the links in for the Zoom sessions. I put. I try not to spam you. I don't spam you with loads of stuff. I think everyone will sort of agree with that, but it's well worth being in there. Yeah. Anyway, let me scan down, see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. Right, I'm going very, very shortly. I've only come on for a bit of a shorter one today. I've just got a very, very busy day. And like I say, you've always got to appreciate this time of year. People's Emma, good morning. You've always got to appreciate people's motivations and that's why I was thinking, should I save that recipe? Because it's a really good recipe till the new year. Should I save my New Year, New Me, or New Year Restart podcast for when we come back in January? I probably will. And like I say, I'm going to upload it, and I'll probably schedule it. I might schedule one to go out on New Year's Day, the Thursday. I might put that out on the Thursday evening, and then new recipe out on the Friday or something like that, because it's all sat there. Today's the last worth of calories of 2025. M&S. We've got 7 products from M&S. It cost me 30 quid, right? It cost me 30 pounds. So every view, if you don't follow me on YouTube, I'd appreciate you go subscribe to my YouTube. That'd be amazing. And every view will help me recoup some of my. I'll never recoup £30. I've never been paid £30 for a YouTube video yet. I think the most I've ever been paid is about 10, 11 quid, right? So, but every view will recruit back. So even if you don't want to watch it, if you've got a TV in a spare room, just pop it on your telly, let it run out, right? I don't know with YouTube how much you need to watch before it counts as a view. But yeah, just put it on in a spare room. Any of my content, leave it running. That would be absolutely amazing. I'm not begging for views. Genuinely, I'd like to watch my content because you want to watch my content rather than me. But yeah, if you're like, oh, I won't get to watch that, just stick it on in the spare room. That'd be amazing. I'd massively appreciate it. But what I would appreciate is a subscribe if you don't subscribe to my YouTube, because one thing YouTube is massive on. Facebook at the moment, Instagram, TikTok, organic growth, all good. YouTube, organic growth, very, very tough. You've got to kind of, beg, steal, and borrow to get subscribers in this day and age. Post it on your Instagram, post it on, talk about it on lives. There will be some little triggers for an algorithm on YouTube to improve organic growth. I don't know what they are yet. I know I could set up a new company and I could teach people how to build followings on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. That's not an issue. YouTube, I've not cracked it yet. I'm doing all right. I've got like nearly 3,000 followers. It's only it's a big amount for me, considering this time last year I think I had 1,200, 1,300. So I've doubled my followers this year. Anyway, yeah. So there we go. So yeah, I would appreciate a follow over there. That would be amazing. How's your mum doing, Karen? Thanks for asking. She's doing all right. I spoke to her at about 4 o'clock yesterday. I think she's just got this super flu thing that's going around. I think she's been whacked with that. But obviously, when you're nearly 80, it hits you a lot harder. She said she felt no worse yesterday, but she didn't feel any better. So I'd be very surprised if a week's worth of antibiotics is enough. I think she's going to need another week on top. But priority at the moment is just trying to get her right for Christmas, really. I think that, a lot of people have been. I don't know if I got this new super flu strain that they're talking about, but I got whacked with something about probably about 6 when I came back from Mexico. Actually, I actually got it in Mexico on holiday. Probably got it off the plane, and I didn't feel great for about 3 weeks. I only had a week where I felt a bit rotten, but about 3 weeks before I bounced back properly. So, I'm a bit worried with my mum. It's going to take a lot longer than that. So. And it's just scary, isn't it? You think your parent, I mean, she's nearly blooming 80, bless her. She's had a good innings. But still, I want her to go on a lot longer. And she will do. My mum's a battler. Like, my mum's parents both live to be 95. So she comes from good stock, does die. But she's a strong one. So I think she's hopefully, touch wood, going to be around a lot. For a good few more years yet. But things like this really make you panic, because I saw her when I went round and saw her on when was it, Wednesday, when I had to take her up to A&E. They wanted to x-ray her chest just to make sure it wasn't pneumonia, I think, basically, because it was really, really bad. I saw her and it's the first time she looks so frail. She looked like a proper old lady, bless her. I wouldn't tell her that, but it makes you like, it brings a reality check to you. Do you know what I mean? I started with some kind of cold. Hope it buggers off quick. I'm away next week. Well, you say that, Michelle. You know when you get that little dry tickle at the back of your throat, and it's like the start of something. I'm like, have I caught it off my mum already? Like, I was with her I assume she's going to pass it on to me. I'm just kind of hoping that what I had a few weeks ago is what she's kind of got now, so my immune system will bat it off. My 8-year-old mum had it and needed a second week of antibiotics. Took a month to recover. Yeah, that's what I just wanted to get strength. The problem is as well, she's not eating. She's not hungry. She's coughing that much. She says she can't keep anything down. So obviously that's not helping. So she's weak because she's not eating properly. She's managed to have a bit of yogurt yesterday, she said. So I need to whip her at one of my yogurt bowls, don't I? But hopefully she'll be fine. I'll give her a bell in a bit and just yeah. I've never been added to any of the WhatsApp groups. Kirsty, hey, you add yourself. You don't need to be added, but I can add you today. There are links when you sign up. I mean, Kirsty's been on with me for 3 years. Kirsty, if you want to be in any of the WhatsApp groups, I can add you today. Just drop me a WhatsApp to let me know you want to be added. I suppose a little bit of a GDPR thing. So if you want to be added, just drop me a quick WhatsApp, because I am shooting off right about now. What's going on now? I'm going to go smash a yogurt bowl. I don't think I've had one this week, or I might have had one this week. So I'm going to go smash a yogurt bowl in. I am hungry today. I have done well with my weight loss not well with my weight loss. I don't know. I've not gone near the scales. I've done well with my calories. So I've banked 2,000. I'm only banking over 4 days this week, because we're round at a friend's house tonight having a takeaway, which is going to be reasonably calorific. I have banked this week. Let's take out today's. Oh, I can't take out today's. Anyway, I remember looking last night. I've banked 966. I'll tell you what I've banked. 966 plus 544 plus 406 plus 415. So I banked 2,331 calories over 4 days. I'm going to try and stick to my daily average today, maybe even be a little bit under. I'd love to bank 170 today. If I could bank 170 and finish with 2,500 calories for the weekend's going to be a little bit more calorific. We're going to one of my pubs in the village tomorrow is doing a little Christmas market. So we're going to go there, a couple of mulled wines, got a few friends that are meeting us. And then my local pub, which is just next to my house, opened up yesterday. So on the way back home from the other pub, we're going to nip in there and have a couple and meet the new landlord if they're about. Just see what's going on in there. And then we're going to have pizza on the sofa. So, yeah, this weekend's just going to be a little bit more calorific, I think, than normal. I'm still going to try. Maybe not quite ideal deficit, but I don't feel I need to be a million miles away. A bit like last week, I think it was 500 over my ideal deficit. So I'm going to try that because next week's carnage. next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week should be all good. Saturday, Sunday next week's carnage, and then Monday, and then we're just into Christmas. So that's where we're at. Anyway, so big yogurt bowl this morning, 500 calorie yogurt bowl, 600 calorie lunch. That's all I'm going to eat today. 1,100 calories going in. That should then give me like 1,300 calories for a takeaway, and I've got 200 to bank if I don't have anything else after it. And I'm not saying, I don't even know what takeaway we're having, so I'm kind of shooting in the dark a little bit. I'd love them to say kebab. If they say kebab, I'll just go chicken kebab, salad, chili sauce, put a bit of light mayo on it, 600-700 calories. Bang, that'll do me. Maybe get a portion of chips and share them around the table or something like that. That would be like that. Worst case scenario would probably be maybe Chinese. So if they go Chinese, I'm just going to get a special fried rice. Bang, 1,100 calories sorted. So should be all right. I'll let you know Monday. That's me. I'm done for the week. I am done on lives for the week. I'm going to go get my yogurt bowl and then get cracked on with some work. Guys, have a great weekend, whatever you're doing. If you're doing something Christmassy, enjoy it. Try and stay in control as best you can, but also with the mindset that it's just a tougher time of year this year. So if you don't stick to your ideal calorie deficit, no issues whatsoever. Do what I'm trying to do is just try and be in some sort of calorie deficit at the end of the week. We've got one more full week to go. And then that big guy's coming down the chimney. No, not me, Santa. All right, I'm not coming anywhere near you. Don't worry about that. That's it. We're done. TikTok, I'll sign for you first. If you want to get on plan, Linktree, you know what to do. Get signed up. Code New Year, New Me. And have a great weekend. And I'll see you Monday morning. I might be a bit earlier Monday morning. I've got to get the dogs to the dog groomers at 9 a.m. So Monday, I might be on at 8. I probably will be on at 8 till 9, and then whip the dogs up to the dog groomers. So it might be a bit earlier Monday morning. So anyway, I'll see you then. TikTok. Have a great weekend. And Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, I'm done now. I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend.